The dance of a deeper explanation. Zen frameworks. Ever wonder why some teachings just click, while others feel like blather wrapped in incense? Here's the secret. Most great Zen masters don't just mimic prior teachings. They very often present unique teaching devices, unique frameworks. Not the kind you hang pictures on, but the kind that work to eventually hang your entire worldview out to dry. And every effective Zen framework, whether it's the Buddha's suffering, Thich Nhat Hanh's joy, or Joshu Sasaki's clarity, shares 5 essential traits. 5 quiet gears in the machinery of awakening. And once you see them, you can't unsee them. First, every framework presents 2 inevitable states. Every framework begins with a pair that defines the game. Suffering and the end of suffering, clarity and lack of clarity, joy and sadness. 2 states, both inevitable, but not separate, as that would go against Buddhism's fundamental teaching. They're more akin to dance partners. Second, one of the 2 states is universally preferred. Nobody wakes up hoping for a worse day. Every sentient being moves toward peace, clarity, understanding. Even the act of chasing pleasure or avoiding pain is the same motion, an unconscious yearning for the end of suffering. Zen masters use that built-in preference not to have us chase enlightenment, but to show us how chasing itself creates the illusion of separation. Third, the preferred state is attainable. Over time, with instruction, and through the grind of practice, anyone can reliably manifest the preferred state. Zazen, koan study, kin-hin, these aren't holy rituals. They're laboratories. Each provides the opportunity to manifest the preferred state, again and again. What works, what doesn't. And ultimately, it's not that enlightenment appears one day like a lottery win. It's that we learn to stop getting in its way. Fourth, the preferred state is the default state. Here's the cosmic joke. The search for the preferred state actually takes us further away from it. The Heart Sutra says, "Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form." That's not poetry. It's an instruction manual. Clarity doesn't need to be achieved. It simply needs to be understood and then recognized. The mountain is always there, even when obscured by clouds. When the self quiets, the default shines through. And finally, why both states are inevitable must be explained. Considering the first characteristic that mandates 2 inevitable states, every framework must explain why both states are inevitable. Otherwise, a practitioner may fall into the temptation of believing that the preferred state could be attained and maintained indefinitely. And so we have this notion of a Zen framework. It provides a structure, some guardrails, that keep practitioners moving toward the final goal of the realization of infinite mind. So when you hear a Zen master talk about suffering and the end of suffering, or clarity and the lack of clarity, remember, you're not being asked to believe in yet another philosophy. Ultimately, you're being handed a mirror. That is, In looking out, in considering the notions of suffering, clarity, joy, we inevitably end up questioning the notion of self. That's the dance of a deeper explanation. Not a doctrine to follow, but a framework to use and to eventually put aside. And when it is put aside, what remains is the framework that is the universe.